Hi everyone, in this short tutorial we are going to learn about CSS Flexbox. Flexbox actually means Flexible Box Layout Module, and let's take a look at the slide to understand what is it and how to use it. So CSS Flexbox is to design flexible responsive layout structure without using the CSS property float or position. And if you click this link, you will be able to get the reference from w3schools.com. So everything about CSS Flexbox is really well explained in this web page. So please take a look at it by yourself. But also I'm going to reference these 7 properties in these tutorials as well. Let's also talk about how the Flexbox works with this example. I just created these 5 boxes and it's nicely arranged. But also this layout is responsive as I decrease the width of the web browser. As you can see, the arrangement of these boxes will change flexibly, right? So this is why we use the Flexbox module. Okay, let's play with it together. So I already created an HTML page and CSS style sheet, and this is the web page that I opened. So I changed the font family to sans serif, and I also took out the default margins from body and h1 tag. Let's create a box with div tag. So I'm gonna hit div and we'll give the class name box. And here I'm gonna use heading 1 and we'll put on number. Since we cannot see the area of this box model, why don't we give a random background color? So I'm gonna grab the div with the class name box and we'll change the background color to light gray. I think I'm gonna provide some width and height value. Also margin and padding value as well. It looks good to me. And I'm gonna duplicate this box 12 times. So let's just copy and paste 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this seems great to me. I think we are ready for trying the Flexbox. Let's take a look at this HTML page first. In this body tag, we have 12 divs, right? So in this body tag with 12 divs. What about we create a div and name it Flex container. This will be a parent div and will contain these 12 boxes. So what we want to do is here we have we're gonna have 12 boxes here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut and paste into this area. Okay, so we don't see any changes, but here in this structure, this Flexbox container has 12 divs. Okay, this is it. And let's change the Flexbox container's properties. I'm gonna grab the Flexbox container and we'll give the property display flex. As soon as you add this property, you will be able to see the huge change here, right? Let's try to see what this looks like. So I'm going to give the background color yellow for now. Okay. And I realized the boxes are overflowing from this Flexbox container. It's time to explore further with these 7 Flexbox properties. I'm going to copy and paste those properties here as a comment. Okay, so let's just try one by one. Before doing that, I'd like to mention again that you can learn those 7 properties from this website. So let's take a look at Flexbox wrap. For example, please reference this webpage. This will be extremely resourceful. Okay, let's get back. Since I realized those boxes are overflowing, I'm gonna use FlexWrap first. You can also learn this one from the autofilling function of Atom. So I'm gonna make it wrap and save. Okay, so the box is wrapped with Flexbox. It's already very responsive, right? And as you can see, the Flexbox itself is being changed to, right? So I think I'm going to give some fixed height of the Flex container so that we can test better. So width, I'm going to make it responsive, so 100%, but the height, I'm going to give some fixed value, 500 pixel. Okay, I'm going to change the zoom setting to 100%. So this is the actual size. And let's also talk about flex direction. If you give the value column, as you can see, they are placed from top to bottom, right? And if you change to raw, this is the default setting. So it's the same as the previous setting, from left to right. You can also play with the other values as well. There are reverse values as well. And I'd like to arrange them to the center. I can use this property, justify content, and center. And they will be arranged at the center. Okay, let's also play with the other properties, flex start and end. Okay. And let's resolve some issue here. I don't like these weird, unnecessary gaps. So let's use the property align content. So align content and center. And let's take a look. Okay, so they are aligned at the center vertically very well. If you want to place those boxes up from the top, you can change this to flex start, and you can double check it this way, right? And finally, if you are happy with this Flexbox, you can just take out the background, and I'm going to also comment out this fixed value so that the height of the Flexbox container can be flexible. I only use 4 properties, but once again, so you can learn about the details of the 7 properties from this web page. So please try. There is no specific answer for using this Flex container it requires a little bit of experience and practice. So I strongly encourage you guys to play with these 7 properties by yourself and see what changes. And from the result, you will be able to learn how to utilize those properties. Okay. To summarize, you create these small boxes with div, and those small boxes will be wrapped with one parent div. You can call it flex container. So this is a parent div, this is a child div. And the parent div will control these small boxes layout. So this is how it works. And there are 7 properties of the Flexbox module, and utilize these references. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.